welcome back to MBC News, a show about global news happening right here in Manhasset. I'm Helen So.
And I'm Chloe Ng, and we're here to bring you the latest news.
Have you heard of the United Auto Workers' historic win? On October 29, 2023, the United Auto Workers Union secured a historic victory with big-time auto companies like Ford, GM, and Stellantis. The UAW's strategic moves pressuring the Biden administration and orchestrating plant shutdowns led to record-breaking benefits for workers. Let's go off to Adam for a report on this groundbreaking victory.
Thanks, Helen. Recently, the United Auto Workers, led by Shawn Fain, reached a deal with Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis that gave union members a 25% wage increase, 10% company contributions to 401k accounts, regular cost of living adjustments to wages to offset inflation, and job security protections, among other benefits. This is one of the largest union wins in history. So how did it happen? In the months leading up to the strike, Shawn Fain was elected to lead the UAW. He immediately started criticizing the Biden administration for serving the interest of capital owners over the people who actually produce value for a company. By criticizing the Biden administration, Fain was able to apply pressure, which ultimately led Biden to be the first ever sitting president to join workers on the picket line, which improved his public image and relation to the UAW. Fain continued to keep the UAW and his message in the news. He did this by slowly shutting down union plants instead of pulling out all at once to slowly mount pressure on the big three automakers while keeping the cause relevant. It was this pressure and attention that eventually led the big three companies, Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis, folding in and giving Shawn the deal he was looking for. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Adam DeLu. I'm sure everyone has heard about the dangers of smoking. To combat this problem, in the UK, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is on a mission to create a smoke-free generation, proposing a phased increase in the legal smoking age. As the nation grapples with the plan's implications, let's go to Liliana Espinal for a report on this new ban.
Thanks, Chloe. I'm sure everyone's heard of the negatives of smoking, but smoking, once a pervasive habit, is facing a potential crackdown that could reshape the world's health landscape. Specifically in the UK, the new plan has been unveiled by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak as potentially implementing a ban on legally purchasing cigarettes. In the UK, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is contemplating a radical approach to create what he calls a smoke-free generation.
So I propose that in future, we raise the smoking age by 1 year every year. That means a 14-year-old today will never legally be sold a cigarette, and that they and their generation can grow up smoke-free. 1 in 5 children have used vapes. We must act before it becomes endemic, so we will also bring forward measures to restrict the availability of vapes to our children.
The proposed plans involve steadily increasing the legal smoking age, preventing future generations from ever purchasing cigarettes, at least legally. It is a move that mirrors New Zealand's recent measures, which ban tobacco sales in those born after a specific date. The situation has become so urgent that Sunak is labeling it the biggest public health intervention in the generation. The aim is clear: to drastically reduce smoking rates in the UK and make England smoke-free by 2030. However, not everyone is on board with this ambitious plan. Critics argue that raising the age of sale amounts to a form of prohibition that won't deter those determined to smoke. The Freedom Organization for the Rights to Enjoy Smoking Tobacco, Forest, deems these measures desperate and a departure from principles of choice and personal responsibility. It's true, there are challenges of drawing arbitrary lines based on birth years and the potential for illicit trade in cigarettes, but the stakes are high. Smoking, a leading cause of preventable illness, costs the UK billions annually, with the government falling behind its 2030 smoke-free target. The proposed reforms are not limited to traditional cigarettes. Single-use vapes are also on the chopping block, amid concerns about their appeal to children. As the UK navigates these uncharted waters, it's a stark reminder that even in the midst of political conferences and grand policy unveilings, the fight against ingrained habits can disrupt best-laid plans. We'll be closely monitoring developments as the UK considers this drastic move to extinguish the habit among future generations. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Liliana. Guess what Tesla is on the news for again? You guessed it, battery fires and explosions. With over 500 lithium-ion battery fires in the first half of 2023, the electric vehicle industry navigates safety challenges in its rapid growth. Let's go off to Luca for a very important PSA on electric vehicles.
Thanks, guys. In recent years, electric vehicles, or EVs, have grown massively in use and sales, as the opportunity to charge cars provide an economical and environmental alternative to gas power. But as their usage grows, a variety of alarming battery fires and explosions have been at the center of debate surrounding these new technology-based vehicles. They cause these unknown malfunctions. Preliminary research suggests that it may be related to defects in certain battery modules, and the production process has been under tighter scrutiny. As a result, the effective battery management systems, or BMSs, in these explosions and fires are being explored, as they are critical to a battery's performance and may need to be modified to detect these explosives defects. In the first half of 2023 alone, EV fire safe data indicates that there were over 500 lithium-ion battery fires, resulting in 130 injuries and 36 deaths worldwide. This figure is expected to continue to rise unless the cause of these explosions is discovered, as the use of EVs and lithium-ion batteries continues to rise. Not only are these fires dangerous, but they are difficult to put out as well. Firefighters often require multiple hoses to just produce the necessary water volume to stop these fires. As the expected number of malfunctions continue to rise, this places a greater strain on both firefighters and their water resources, and the struggle will only continue as EVs grow. Though EVs provide a great opportunity for consumers to ditch the high price and environmental toll of the gas power, many concerns persist about the safety of these newfound cars. As the offer of an EV grows in appeal, researchers and technicians continue to investigate their safety, working to make the transition to EVs as seamless as possible. But for now, I'm Luca Altamira, and back to the studio.
Thanks, Luca. That's all for today's episode. I'm Chloe Ng.
And I'm Helen So. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, Manhasset.